Hello, this is Bonsai here. I'm gonna be talking about games where they are just nothing but dead memories. I mean dead memories, games that just don't even have anybody in the lobbies or anything like that. I was just kind of glad I just jumped into Vindictus and I was able to come to this wonderful and meaningful lobby. And there's a lot of things that changed here in Vindictus. Like, there's barely any loading screens when I go to each section. There's a lot of nice updates in this game. I really love it. The character creation in this game is absolutely freaking abysmal, and I really love it. But a lot of things that you really want, you probably have to go on the side and pay for it. But throughout the whole story, you are able to access some parts. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is games where I wish it was still around and I wish they didn't remove it. Like, I played this game called Cosmic League, and I was obsessed with the game. Like, it was the only thing I did every day, just wake up in the morning and just play the game. I was just so goddamn freaking good at it. And over time, I guess the developers weren't making that much money and blah blah blah, and they decided to completely remove the game. And I was kind of bummed out. A lot of people were bummed out because, you know, I had a lot of good ass characters. So I was just kind of like, I was kind of frustrated in a way, because, you know, not too many YouTubers would just want to play a game where it doesn't interest them. So, you know, it just wasn't around. And another game I used to play a lot was PlayStation Home. And man, oh man, I just like barely jumped in it. I think that was like in PlayStation 3 or something like that. And I was kind of frustrated because throughout that whole time I was just pretty damn addicted to that game. I loved it so much. And I was frustrated because I believe they completely removed it. And I've heard there were a lot of people who spent thousands and thousands of dollars in that game, and it basically led them to nowhere. That game was really badass and really awesome to freaking play. And there are other games out there that are really popular. Like there's Skyrim and there's DayZ. Skyrim right now, I believe the Nexus mods, the very first one, the mod organizer, they are not adding any sort of good mods for your game anymore. For the OG Skyrim, the very first one they had, and man, oh man, I was kind of bummed out. I think I spent almost 6 to 8 years on that game, just the modding the hell out of the game. Added clothing, added some body physics, added some presets, added some everything. And I was just frustrated. Now I have to get special edition, and I have to get mod organizer too. So that's what I basically did. But when I got mod organizer and special edition, it was just a pain in the ass to add some freaking mods that I really wanted. And like half the mods works and then the other half of the mods don't, because there's a lot of people who are not even bothering to update these mods, and they don't update them because like it's just died off over time. I believe they made some donations and certain people were able to the sad thing about the Skyrim modding. It was really cool. And there are still people out there still modding Skyrim and the old ramp. It's just they have some mods, but they don't make it easy anymore. And I would have to go in there and I have to do coding and whatnot, and it just take me hours, days, even months to finally get like a mod freaking working, and that's like something that I just didn't like at all. It was kind of a pain. But hey, that's how it was way back. And DayZ, I believe they completely removed the servers, and the DayZ servers were really cool. I was hooked in DayZ, and DayZ was so badass. Just going around hunting goddamn zombies, doing all sorts of nice old things, scavenging, people player interactions. I remember when Frankie CP or something like that, he was just really good in that game. And man, oh man, it was just crazy. I think Jack Frags played that. I think he played a different version, but man, it was just like really cool. Now they just, I don't know, it's just a dead game or something like that. Now I just jumped in this Vindictus, and I was pretty surprised that this thing is still around, and they added a few updates here and there, and I really enjoy it, you know. I remember when I played Far Cry 2, and now if you jump from Far Cry 2, there's barely anybody playing these online games, and I love that, because like the headshots were just simple. I loved it. Now it's just empty lobbies, and there's a lot of games out there where they just don't have that many people, and people just tend to jump in games where it has updates and, you know, new things every day, you know, to keep the momentum up. You know, there's a lot of games like World of Warcraft or League of Legends where, you know, it's just like extremely popular, and I really love those games, you know. I remember I used to be really into League of Legends, but I completely like ditched that. Over time it just got like really competitive, and it was cool and it was fun at the time, but it was alright. I'm not sure which type of mission I want to do. I'm gonna do this one, because why the heck not? Sorry, my mic kind of got caught on something. And yeah, man, there are just so many crazy games out there that just really baffled me. And I just believe like there should be a game out there. I just love that.
There's too many! Hang on! Reinforcements are coming! Captain! Over there!
So basically I have like 4 inventory slots that I have to think about fixing and implementing and everything, and I just I believe you should just have like a storage where you can just store as much goddamn crap as you can. But you'd have to do like this 7 days and 12 days expiration, and that's what I don't like about this game. The expiration, I remember I put money in this game. I don't even know the amount of money I put in this game. And I've also put a lot of money in, what's the other game it's called? I think it was called Dragon's Prophet or something like that. And man, I just love the dragons in that game. I was just hooked. I love dragons, you know. Dragons are goddamn freaking mystical creatures, which I gotta say, man, it's so amazing. But as I said, you know, they should just make a game. It's just, I feel like all the companies should just make one single game where it's like the ultimate of the most ultimate games. You know, I played like Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim and all the big AAA titles and all the other games out there that were really big, and I gotta say, those games were really freaking badass, and they are amazing games. But I believe like they should have like this whole thing where all these companies just come together and they say, we're gonna make a game where it's gonna be completely like absolutely amazing, like an absolute beast of a game. You know what I mean? But sadly, they are just interested in making a game in each one of these companies each month and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of games online where they completely like, I wanted to play and really frustrating because they just completely abandoned the literally build. You can't in other games. That's what I love about character creations. Like, you are able to do all sorts of things. You can make a really awesome looking character, a really nice looking face. You know? Is that when they it's because everybody's just playing a little bit of I gotta say, because when a game updates, it just doesn't feel like it's just got abandoned, you know? Those are traps. I don't remember what the heck this is. I'm trying to figure out a game that basically had everything. I think there is that basically has all sorts of random stuff and random cool things and features and ideas, and I think it was Saints Row the Third. And when I played that game, I was just dumbfounded by so many crazy random stuff that basically happened. Because if it is, I will spend a while playing a game that I'm going at least they made a game. I'm like, yeah, but they could have anyways, I'm just gonna start talking about Vindictus because, man, I love the destruction in this game. The destruction is pretty damn legit. What am I using? Now, what I love about Vindictus is the melee system. Like a crazy transformation. And I've seen some really damn glitzy players this game is it also has gore. HP. It's got all the basics of a good freaking action game, and it's got a nice story also. Right here, I believe this is a really special thing where you can pick it with a special pick and receive special materials, but I forgot how to do it. But man, I just tend to jump game to game. A lot of games that just I wish they were never removed. I just jumped in here and I just quickly smashed four defenseless AIs. And I think that's another point. AI. I feel I just wish the AI was like, I want AI that are smart, like I feel like World at War was handled well. It had like the Russian background, it had the German background, it had Japanese background, American background. The only backgrounds they didn't have was the British. It would have been cool if they added the British, because that would have been a little extra icing on the cake. And what made that game really, really cool was it was just a whole war with all the countries, like everybody's different perspectives. And that was pretty damn freaking cool. And the way you fought through the missions, and it had a game mode that literally threw everybody off. It had Nazi zombies. Who would have ever thought of an idea like that? You know? That was really, really cool. Like a boss. And what I don't like about this game is that I don't have enough storage. My whole storage is completely full. But as I said, Vindictus is just, it's really good. I love this game. If you ever take the time to just level up in this game, go for it. And what I really love about this game is that when you reach a specific point or level in this game, you're able to unlock a special item that gives you sort of items. And these items are just like an upgrade to just completely upgrade all. You know? I believe, where is this item? I think, what is this? Frigid crystal. I have just so many items in here that it is ridiculous. I have so many items in here that are just worth so much goddamn freaking money in the market. It is not even funny. Like, there's a lot of items that are just a bunch of dead stuff. You know, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like collecting all this stuff is cool, but you know, it's just pixels. But really cool.
Can I help you? Bye.
The cool thing about this game I love is the story. The story in this game is really cool. It's got some really cool words, characters, it's got some memorable moments, etc. You know, like bosses where you're just like, oh damn, that's a really cool, intimidating boss. I want to beat that thing.
Anything to add?
What I love about this game is that, you know, it's got a lot of cool things. You know, clothing, skills, accessories, components, just like almost every other game out there. But this game just does it a little bit better. Like, if I had to compare this to Black Desert Online, I'd say Black Desert Online is really, really cool, really beautiful game. I feel like it's kind of on par with this game, but you know, the whole leveling up, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn awesome. And basically, a lot of games are pay to win, you know. But pay to win doesn't mean that, you know, you're gonna be completely better than everybody else. You know, there could be someone who hasn't spent a single dollar and they can still beat people who are absolutely freaking experienced, you know. Games like this have special items, and you know, special items meaning items that you can't even get anymore because the time has passed. And what I like about that is that you do feel special having something that not too many people have over the goddamn years. And I think it's pretty good. There are some really crazy legendary weapons out there that are absolutely hard to get, like 1%. Like, I remember there was this game, Blade and Soul. There is this, ears. I wanted this character to have really cool, like, cat ears. But to get these cat ears, I'd have to go over the mission like a million times or something like that to completely get that. And the chances for a drop like that would be unbelievable, and it'd be impossible to get. And from that point on, I was just like, you know what, I ain't gonna spend the rest of my life trying to get this one specific item. I could just jump into another game and get freaking cat ears onto my character. You know, there's so many other games out there. But, you know, Blade and Soul was really goddamn freaking awesome MMO, man. Had really cool combos. Character creation on that game was just, oh man, it was just unbelievably awesome. I think I reached the highest level in Blade and Soul, and then they did sound, I think, some updates where you're able to go to like level 80, you have to beat these special bosses, you know. A lot of games like these, like, you can just mad speed run and completely level up your character. Like, I've speed run so many goddamn games to the point that I just completely got tired of speed running through these goddamn games where just I reached to a certain point of the level where I could not reach anymore, and then like over the years they would like make, oh, now there's gonna be a level 70, oh, there's gonna be a level 80, there's gonna be a level like 100, there would be a level 999, you know, just man, this, I think there's like the level 999 in goddamn freaking what's that one game? Monster Hunter. I think that's the highest level, something like that. But I saw some dude and it was just the highest of the highest levels. And I was just like, yo, what the heck? And you know, there's just some games like World of War, for example. Alright, I'm gonna explain this. Alright. This happened to me once. I went to a lobby, and this lobby had nothing but hackers. Nothing but hackers. And I was just like level 31, and once I did a game with them, they instantly were able to lock on you, and they were able to do all sorts of things. They unlocked all the weapons, all accessories, everything. They had everything. And when I left out of the lobby, I had everything they had. So it was just basically a hacker that spread a coding throughout the whole damn game where you instantly unlock the most best of the best. And I think I was like level 60, or I'm not sure what was the rank at that time, but like the hack, like, I'm not sure, but I felt like the hacker was able to just give me all that unlocked software that I wasn't even supposed to get. And I've ran into so many goddamn hackers in my life. It's just, holy crap, you know. It's just some people just want to get an edge in certain moments, and I've killed hackers, you know. I've had hackers kill me, you know. But the thing about hackers is that they do everything they can to find ways where they can just get the freaking way that they want.